Thus, the height of our master Adam, the first of creation and the father of mankind, was 60 cubits, or 37 meters. Creation after him began to decrease in length until our time, to what we have become now. Tall is a good thing, but sometimes it is too tall and bothers its owner. Over the past ages, history has recorded the names of the tallest men in the world. In this video, I will show you the tallest and largest men in modern history. The tallest man on planet Earth was born 135 years ago. Russian Fyodor Andreevich Makhnov, the oldest man on planet Earth, was born in the small village of Kostuk near the Russian city of Vitebsk on June 18, 1878. It is 2.85 meters long. At the age of 10, his father began to depend on him for household chores. It is said that local residents often called on him to help them lift large wooden planks when building houses. The merchant Korzenievsky even hired him to clean the river of rocks that were hindering the work of the watermill. After he turned 14 years old, his height reached about 2 meters, which forced his father to raise the roof of the house and reserve a special bed for him. Clothes and shoes were designed specifically for this giant boy, and this matter required more money at the expense of the rest of the family members. Among the information that was published was his weight, which was estimated at about 182 kilograms. What is surprising are the anthropological details of this giant. For example, the length of his ear was estimated at about 15 centimeters, while the width of his lips was 10 centimeters, while the length of the foot was 51 centimeters, and the length of the palm was 32 centimeters. The giant ate 4 times a day like a normal person, but the difference was that the amounts of food were several times greater than the average normal human diet. He ate 20 eggs and 8 round loaves of white bread with butter, and drank 2 liters of tea every morning. As for lunch, it consisted of 2.5 kilograms of meat, a kilogram of potatoes and 3 liters of beer. Fyodor Andreevich Makhnov, born in June 1878 and died on August 28, 1912, at the age of 36, is the tallest person in the world. It has not been documented in history. Robert Wadlow was born in 1918 in Colorado, USA, and suffered from a rare medical condition known as gigantism, which caused him to grow abnormally. Robert Wadlow suffered from excessive secretion of growth hormone in the pituitary gland, which is the hormone responsible for regulating the body's growth. This disorder led to his body growing in an unprecedented and abnormal way. Its final height was approximately 2.72 meters, and it weighed approximately 199 kilograms. His gigantic growth brought him a lot of global attention, and he became one of the most famous people with giant growths. However, Robert Wadlow lived a relatively short life, dying in 1940 when he was 22 as a result of health complications associated with his condition. Historically, there is also evidence of other people experiencing giant growth spurts in ancient and modern times, but Robert Wadlow is considered the largest of the people whose condition is well documented. Interestingly, modern medicine and advances in healthcare are now helping to diagnose and treat cases of giant overgrowth better, so this disorder can be treated more effectively. Robert Wadlow had many health challenges due to his unique condition. These challenges included severe stress on the cardiovascular system, poor vision and hearing, and structural deformities of the bones and joints. He also had respiratory and digestive problems. Despite these challenges, Robert Wadlow tried to live as normal a life as possible. He did a variety of activities, including working in the circus and acting in films. He was known for his friendly and cheerful personality and interacted positively with others. After his death, Robert Wadlow's body was buried in a cemetery in Colorado, where he was remembered as one of the most famous people with giant overgrowth in history. John William Budd Rogan, also known as John Rogan, is a real person and is the second tallest man in history. He was born in Britain in 1868 and died in 1905. He suffered from a rare medical condition called overgrowth, which results in abnormal growth of the body. His height reached approximately 2.67 meters, making him the second tallest man documented in history after Robert Wadlow. John began to grow very quickly at the age of 13 due to gigantism. This resulted in abnormal stiffness in the skeletal joints. By 1882, he could not stand or walk. Although he could not perform physical labor due to his condition, Rogan earned a living by selling pictures and postcards at the train station. An 1897 article in the Kansas City Journal stated that a number of his drawings had been published. Although successful in this regard, he declined all offers to join the carnivals. John William Budd Rogan is a well-known figure of extraordinary height and is mentioned in numerous books and historical sources. John Carroll was born in 1932 in Buffalo, New York, in the United States. His height was 2.44 meters on October 14, 1959. Later, his height increased and became 2.64 meters. It was later measured that his height was about 2.39 meters in 1968, and his height decreased due to the deterioration of his spine. Vertebral column, and shortly before Carroll's death in 1968, his fixed height was 2.34 meters, so he is considered among the tallest men in the world. Leonid Stadnik is the name of the tallest man known in modern times. He was born in Russia in 1970 and is approximately 2.57 meters tall. It is believed that he suffers from an abnormal growth disorder known as chondral overgrowth, a disorder that results in abnormal growth of bones and cartilage. Leonid Stadnik became a world-famous figure thanks to his exceptional height. He has been officially documented as the tallest man in the world by Guinness World Records. Leonid Stadnik was born in the village of Shiryevo in the Kirovohrad region of Russia. From a young age, he showed signs of cartilage overgrowth, which caused his abnormal growth and increased height. His life was greatly affected by his exceptional height, and he faced challenges with daily activities and mobility. In 2008, Guinness World Records crowned Leonid Stadnik the world's tallest man based on his official measurements. He has been compared to other people of exceptional historical height such as Robert Wadlow and John William Budd Rogan. Despite his difficulties and challenges, Leonid Stadnik had a positive spirit and strived to live as normal a life as possible. He was very popular and received a lot of media attention and respect from people all over the world. Sadly, Leonid Stadnik passed away on August 24, 2014 as a result of health problems that may be related to his unusual condition. But his legacy as the tallest man in the world lives on and will remain etched in history. Väinö Millaren is a Finn who lived between 1909 and 1963. He was considered the tallest living person from 1940 until his death in 1963, and was 2.51 meters tall when he was in his 30s. Edward Beaupre, Canadian giant and strongman. He was born in 1881 and died in 1904. He was a wrestler, strongman, and star of the Barnum and Bailey Circus. He was one of the tallest men in recorded history, standing at 2.51 meters. Sultan Kozan is a man of Kurdish origin, born on December 10, 1982, in the city of Mardin, Turkey. He is ranked in the world records as the tallest man in the world, as his height is 2.51 meters and his weight is 137 kilograms. He is also classified as having the largest hands in the world, as his hand measures 27.5 centimeters from the wrist to the end of the fingers, and he wears shoes measuring 60 centimeters.